Introduce yourself, tell us who you are, how old you are, where you're from, and what it is that you do.
My name is Rashid Saba. I am 50 years old. I'm a physician here in Tampa, Florida, but 3 kids, all girls.
If you can remind me, how many weeks back was it that you joined the first initial program, the accelerated method program? Do you know how many weeks back it was?
We're in week 9, but it's like week 11 for me, right?
So you joined, let's say, about nine weeks once we re-kick things back off in a sense. And can you just kind of share maybe why was it that you joined? You know, what was life like back for you then? What problems were you facing? And how did you feel just overall?
So when I started, I kind of felt like a hypocrite. I'm a physician, and everything that I'm telling my patients, I know is good for me. And I tell them, I know you're busy. You got to make time for yourself. This half hour that you invest in yourself will pay off dividends later in the day or the next day. You'll get a couple hours more productivity in the same amount of time. You'll feel better. And it's one thing to be a physician and give that advice. But I was a man before I was ever a physician, and men can be, kind of wrapped up in their ideas of what needs to be done at a certain time, putting yourself after everyone else, and years of doing that, plus the regular stresses and some hiccups in life that give you more stress, it just starts piling, and your priority in yourself just keeps getting buried. I felt unhealthy. I would wake up and I feel like I could roll over and take a nap. I didn't have that boost to, okay, I'm ready for the day. When I think about how much coffee I used to drink during the day just to get through the day, I'm amazed. And I was just tired of it. And at the end of the day, instead of feeling like I got something accomplished, I felt more like the boy who's just putting his finger in the holes of the dike, just trying to stay afloat and treading water. I was losing steadily. It's getting up to my neck. Now it's up to my chin. And if I don't do something now, I'm going to drown. I looked around, there were other programs locally, but it just didn't fit with my schedule, and the time commitment I had to give just was not feasible. And then when I found this, I think I found you it was on Facebook. I found you on Facebook because I had been searching things. So I said, what the hell, I'll take a listen to it. I heard all the testimonials. They're guys just like me, if not, I thought I had it bad. Some of these guys had it worse than me. I was like, look at the transformation. So I said, I know what I'm doing right now wasn't working. So it seems that this is at least going to be better than what I'm doing now. And brother, it has been head and shoulders more than that. It's been a game changer, a life changer. It's been wonderful. I will never go back.
I'd love to hear that, man. And even if we stay in the realm of going back just for a second, knowing that you started to see signs that was coming up, you were saying you were tired, especially towards later on in the day, or just the energy wasn't there. How bad did it get for you? And specifically, what toll did it take on your life personally and professionally to be operating in that old state?
I think the thing that really tipped it, when it started adversely affecting my family and my kids, that's my red line. And when I saw that my behavior was preventing me from spending quality time with my kids, and they were feeling it, right? And also spending quality time and doing what I feel was necessary to take care of my family, that I couldn't tolerate. And my mood was reflecting and being mirrored to me in their mood. So when I see my kids getting a little down and depressed and disappointed, not just in regular stuff, but with me, and I feel bad about that, and I know, then it clicks like, this is not the way it's supposed to be. I'm not holding up my end of this agreement. I'm just too tired and too fatigued to do it. And that's because I'm not concentrating on the important stuff. This is really what this is talking. Investment in me is really investment in all of
them. So for you, that fatigue and that tiredness, even though you wanted to give more, that kind of just wasn't there. And you felt like because of being so tired and fatigued and where you were at physically, it was just making it very hard to kind of, whether it was quality time or just give attention or just your mood, that was really kind of holding you back in a sense.
I got tired of that feeling, okay, I'm waking up tired. I pump myself full of whatever stimulant of choice, whether it's for me, it was caffeine, get through the day and you do a good job because you still have pride in what you do. We all do. But that process of doing it when you are not at your level to give a peak performance, it's a struggle. And that's even so, it's just a vicious cycle in the other direction. It makes you more tired. And then when you get home, you're so worn out. Even if your mind wants to do it, you can't. You're just too fatigued. You're too tired. And then that reflects on everybody else. And now it's not an issue. It's amazing.
I was going to say, knowing that you had, because you've created some pretty awesome results for yourself, and we're going to get to those in a second. But for you, knowing that you joined the initial program, let's say kick things into gear a couple months back, right? What has life been like for you over these past couple months? And what has your experience been like working, whether it's in this realm amongst me, the program in general, and what has it meant to you and for you?
When I started, I think I told you, I look in the mirror and I'm like, who the hell am I looking at? Because it's not what I envisioned. And now when I look at myself, it's not just the physical transformation, which I love. My clothes fit better. I feel healthier, definitely more energetic in the morning. And then when I'm done with my day and I'm at home, I'm not dead. I don't have that 3 o'clock lull. I have things that I want to accomplish, and not only are they done, now I get to accomplish and give quality time to other things that I enjoy, especially my family. I'm not dead. I've been more productive than I've literally ever been in my life, and that includes medical school and residency, which are tough. But I wish I knew then what I know now, because it would have been even better if I started this back then. I would have been a lot more productive and a lot healthier. It's literally life changing, and it's not just Logan. It's not just life changing for me. I see the difference in my 7-year-old. She is so much happier when I'm with her because now I have time and I have energy to keep up with her. Things that she needs to get done. I'm more patient with her when God, I thought virtual first grade was going to make me bald, and now I can, handle it and give her the attention that she needs because I'm not so fatigued.
That is powerful, man. So you're seeing the dividends, not just from you and the guy in the mirror. You're seeing it right from your daughter, looking at her. Yeah. You're seeing it completely engaged,
Yeah, it's so much better.
Man, that is incredible, man. And transitioning to that, knowing that the energy is up, you're not feeling dead when it comes to the evening time, engagement's there. What, if we go into the quantitative now, what specific results have you gotten?
So when I started the program, I was 213 and a half pounds. Yesterday, I was 193 on the nose. So, and for me, it happened gradually and I don't really notice it. But then when you look at the numbers, I'm like, crap, that's why my pants fit better. It's 20 pounds that I didn't realize I lost. I have my favorite polo shirt. It's got the little elastic armband. And before, my arm would just kind of be floating in there in the middle. And now my bicep kind of fills it out. It feels like that shirt's giving my bicep a little bit of a hug. And it's a nice feeling. It's wonderful. My waist size, we all wear our pants a little low. So I thought I was a 34, but like when you measure it properly, I was a 43. And I was shocked. And what the other day I measured it and I was a 38 and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking crazy. So
no wonder you need a new shirt. I know you told me, you said, hey, this thing's getting a little big on me. You need to send me a shirt.
That's freaking amazing. So I got this shirt on. I got my favorite pair of jeans that I wasn't able to wear 3 months ago, and I kept them because I said these jeans they used to look amazing on me, and now I'm wearing them today. And I'm not sucking my gut in to button these jeans up. They actually fit. This is the way it's supposed to be.
You're literally transforming, upgrading the wardrobe, all these things, energy's up. And once those things started happening, the 20 pounds down, the inches lost in the waist, pants fitting better, once you created those results for yourself, what else specifically changed for you? Like, what else was different?
My whole attitude.
I was going to say, and knowing where you are right now, attitudes, up, you said energy, because I know you said you no longer feel dead in the evening. where, but you also had mentioned, I remember on a couple of calls that you and I had, that you noticed that it was affecting kind of how you were showing up in the professional realm, and how things, because I know you were starting things up within the business and that kind of stuff. Can you share more about that and expand on what shifts have you noticed there?
When I started, I mean, I knew what I wanted to do, but like if you're not engaged and energetic enough to spend time with your family, you're not going to be engaged and energetic enough to perform at your peak and seem engaged with your patients or your professional partners or business prospects. It's just not going to happen. And when you have that spark and that energy that you gave yourself because of the time you invested in yourself, it reflects. I mean, people at work notice the difference. Dr. Saba is not as crabby or short-tempered as he used to be. Literally, people told me, this is the Dr. Saba I remember from a couple of years ago, high energy, positive, more patient, more instructive. I was blessed that for some reason, some business opportunities came to the foreground when I started this. Not that they hadn't before, but when I tried to pursue them, they decided to go a different direction. Now, I can only attribute it to my energy and my attitude adjustment. I mean, even during those 2 weeks, I think I told you that I had 2 opportunities to expand the business. Usually you get an interview and they say, okay, we'll get back with you. We got other people to interview. I interviewed and they said, okay, we're done. So we're going to, let's smooth this out. I was able to expand the business with 2 telemedicine contracts immediately because of that. Those 2 actually led me to meeting some other people who liked the way I work and wanted to invest in the business. And now we are about 4 weeks from expanding into a bigger and second office. And it's all just from the way I present myself and the energy that I'm exuding, which I knew was always in me because I used to have it. This has brought it back to the forefront and given me the ability to keep it going. Within 3.5 weeks, our doors are going to open at our second office. It's going to allow me more time because I don't have to travel as much out of town. So more time at home, again, more time with my kids. So and my family, it's just everything just keeps snowballing. So
wow, man.
One thing after the other.
I am so happy for you, man, and what you've been able to do for yourself. Even with all these good things that have happened now to this point, that if you flash back to, our very first conversation together and you making the decision to say, commit and say, I'm taking a step up here and I'm going to do this for myself. What I want to know for you is, what was your biggest worry or concern about joining the program?
So my biggest worry was the time commitment. The time commitment that is required is not as much as I thought it was. I always thought, okay, if I do this, I'm not going to have time to do all the other crap that I need to do that's more pressing, right? Because you're still in that mindset that I got to take care of this before I take care of me. And when I take care of me, one, it's a lot shorter than I thought it would be, all right? I mean, this morning was a 20-minute workout, right? 20 minutes. I used to spend that much time or double flipping through social media on my phone. So, and what did I get out of it? No productivity. So I exchanged that for this, and it has totally already this morning has transformed my work. I've gotten done more this morning before this call than I usually would have than I would have gotten done by noon. I mean, wow. Amazing. Yeah, it's 9:10 and I'm not tired. I slept great. One of the best things that I've done is taken your instruction on sleep hygiene. I fall asleep so much faster. I wake up, and the word I use is it's a restorative sleep.
Knowing that all this, if we sum this all up, even though you were really concerned about the time commitment, obviously you figured out 20 minutes really paid dividends, and it's actually bought you more time back. For anyone who may, if they've made it this far to watch your powerful story, and maybe they are in a position you were before you had reached out, maybe they're feeling tired throughout the day, or just physically not proud of the guy staring back at them in the mirror, or whatever is going on for them, but they're considering reaching out, but at the same time, they may be experiencing the same concerns, skepticism that you had, one being primarily the time commitment. What would you say to that guy right now who's like, I don't got time for this, I got to put this and this first, who maybe keeps that little record keeps playing in his head? What would you say to him right now based on your experience and based on his skepticism?
I'm kind of a movie junkie. All right. And what I always, Matrix is my favorite movie of all time. All right. And there's this scene in there that I always remind myself of when I keep doing something the same way and I keep getting the same stupid result. And I'm like, why isn't this working? There's this scene where Keanu, I forget what his name is, Neo is, he's in a car and he's opening the door, he's about to get out. And the female character tells him, you don't want to leave. You know what's down that road. You've been down that road 1,000 times before. So just tell yourself that. Try something different. That, just like Ben said, you have a plan. Follow the plan. All those excuses that you are making for yourself, this plan will reveal they are just that. They're excuses. And if you invest that time in yourself, you will get so much more back, not just in time. But if time is the thing that's holding you back, you are going to know within the first week that you're getting so much more back for that time investment in just time and productivity. The rest then is all gravy. And then that success, I guarantee you, will bleed into every other aspect of your life. You'll never regret it.